Trying to catch some lightning, y'all. I just missed a really good one, but it's really slow. I don't know if I can see it. If I can see it move, I may relocate. Just slowed down. I mean, I seen one come screaming across the sky sideways just a minute ago. I'm not real sure why my phone, I can't turn it sideways for some reason. Oh man. I think I should be in a good spot. I mean, it should be moving right to left here. Oh, I see you, Karen and Preston. How are you doing this evening? I mean, when I left the house a little bit ago, it was just crazy everywhere and it slowed down, but I'm hoping it'll pick up. That's good to hear. Can you hear the dog barking? Cows mooing? Come on. There's some, it's like it's really north of me, but hey, man, that one, gosh, I hate I can't turn my phone sideways. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, I think it may move into view though. That looked like a pretty good indicator. All right, Miss Karen. Sounds good. I'm hoping it'll pick up, you guys. We just saw a pretty good one. I got my sister sending me messages. Yeah, it's really strange. Like it was just popping off really good. And it slowed down, but now it seems like when I'm seeing them, they're really good strikes. I've got a few other places I can go. I see it starting to do it behind me now. I just don't want to move the phone. Because if it decides to go right here, it's going to be a good one. I mean, I think I'm in the right spot for it. Wind's picking up a little bit. Got the cows out here. Hey, yeah, I just thought this would be fun. If somebody's sitting around doing nothing, I don't make no money doing this. I don't plan on making no money on YouTube. I'm gonna keep my phone pointed this way, but I'm still checking behind me. And I hate to move it. But I'm really starting to get some behind me. Well, we're out here trying. It's just like it's kind of unpredictable. I mean, it really should light up right here again, I feel like, but do it. Man. If I see it somewhere else, I may kill the stream and relocate. Oh yeah, it's starting to pop off behind me pretty good, I think. I'm gonna give it a second though. If I see, oh man, did you see that, Miss Karen Ann? That looked like a pretty good one. It's starting to pick up behind me too. I might be playing the waiting game for a few minutes here. That stuff behind me should roll in. I might be in the great spot right here. I might just have to turn my camera. The mosquitoes, you know, they have been pretty bad all year. But they've kind of slowed down. They've slowed down a little bit. I'm in South Mississippi. We had it come through probably a couple of hours ago, and there was a really good wind that come with it. Yep. You know, and it's kind of crazy. So they just eat me up at my house. There's hardly any water around where I'm at, any stagnant water, but they're all over the place. You can go to my sister's house. She lives on the river and not get bit once. It's crazy. All summer long it was like that. Oh, it just doesn't rain there, huh? Very much. I heard Arizona was still pretty humid, right? Come out of the compost. See, y'all got them. Okay, yeah, it's not too bad. We get rain, and yes, it's still a little humid. I've turned my swamp cooler off at night because it gets that chilly. I lived in Washington State for 12 years, and it was in the central part of the state, and the nights were really cool. It was really deserty there. Maybe I said that, but that was nice. Here in South Mississippi, it's just when it wants to get hot, it stays hot. Oh, that might have been a good one. I'm kind of looking all around me. It's picking up. There's a little swath of it coming through. 4,500 foot. I wonder how I'd go about finding out, you know, what level I'm at here. I've been doing some researching on Google Earth, and awesome. Yeah, yeah, really purple. I'm trying to look if I see it going somewhere else, I'm gonna turn. I got the cows out here. Okay. Yep. Hey, boy, if I was just a little bit more north, I could catch that a little better, huh? I hate to turn it. I'm sitting on a spot here where they're trying to sell some chicken houses. Hopefully I'm not. Shouldn't be making anybody mad. We out here in the country past the city limit signs. I know this guy. I know this guy right here next to me. I done some work for him, so he'll know my truck. He's not gonna say anything. Seems like the really good spots where I wanted to maybe go live earlier, there was just houses right there beside it, and I hate to pull up beside somebody's house. I mean, you can get shot out here in the woods. Miss Karen Ann, I found a pyramid on Google Earth today. I'm trying to think, it was in Colorado, and I can't think of the name of the town that I was looking at, but it was just like it's in the mountainous regions just east, like northeast of Denver, and it has to be a legit pyramid, man. My mind is so blown away looking at Google Earth right now. I have found foundations in San Francisco of castles. Like San Francisco today doesn't have anything on what was there. I mean, I guess this really was the land of giants. Yeah, I don't want to get shot. It was the land of giants. And then we had the millennial reign of Christ. I'm sure of that. I started seeing some places in Scripture. Yeah, I started seeing some places in Scripture. I was wondering if maybe it was, maybe some of this building came from the Roman era or something. But I guess I'm looking at all possibilities. But you have Jesus talking about, I'll give you 5 cities, or you'll rule over 10 cities, talking to his disciples. And then you've got, it's in Isaiah 58, Isaiah 61, it's the 4th verse, where he's talking about re-inhabiting the waste places. Ezekiel 36, 33 through 38 are really profound scriptures to me. You know, that's right before the Gog and Magog thing's gonna play out. It's starting to pick up behind me. I think I'm even finding waste places here just right down the road. I did a video the other day. I haven't posted it. I think it'd be cool if I had like a drone or something. Okay, Colorado Bigfoot. Okay, I'll have to check him out. I've been watching a little bit of John Levi. And I went over and I was all over the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, and I found at least 200 places. You know, it's like 4 or 5 hours I was looking at that, and it's just insane the amount of ruins that all that's built on. But I've been to Vicksburg, Mississippi. I went to Natchez, and there's a church sitting up on a tall hill here where I'm at, and it looks like something that I've noticed in Vicksburg, Mississippi, kind of like the ruins in South America, or in Mexico or the Yucatan or whatever, how they step up. That's what I noticed. And the one where I saw it in Vicksburg, Mississippi, it was doing that step up like that, and it's the war memorial, but more specifically, it's a graveyard. And the place where I saw it here in Mississippi, just right down the road, it's a church and it's a graveyard. It's like Emerald Mound or something. Man, it's so many lies about where we live. I may turn. I think I'm gonna turn. Sit on my wet tailgate. It's a little bit far away though. Yeah, I think so. I've got a courthouse here in the little town I live. There's something really weird about the South, and especially like Mississippi. It's just not. It's not as grand. The millennial reign buildings are not as grand, and kind of what I'm speculating. This is what I'm thinking, is that we live in Egypt here. This would be the southern, the lower parts of Egypt. Just Memphis and south of that. I know Memphis has it. That car coming. But there's all kind of interesting. There's all kinds of interesting stuff about Egypt in the Bible, and it's like it almost disappears in the New Testament. And I mean, I'm studying to try to figure it out. Man, what's it gonna do? Like, I've turned around here and now it's nothing. Yep, they lying about some maps, that's for sure. Man. And that's like, that lightning right there is so much more south than what I thought it was gonna be. Yep. I guess that's why I really just haven't done very many videos. You know, I've been doing a lot of studying. I want to really put some stuff together that's worth going on YouTube. I thought that song by Martina McBride was just staggeringly on point with where we are in this little season. You know, and I even left a line out of it. Talking about when time ran out, there was no one about. And you've got several guys in the 1850s talking about, talking about the mounds, these significant cities. And it's like they're changing the narrative a little bit. And he's talking about mounds. Well, we know those buildings were here, those bridges, those buildings, the railroads, the levees. I mean, just on, just stuff we couldn't do. Underground this and that. Wild world. Arizona got blasted to hell. I even come up on that one place today in Utah. What's the name of that? It's in the Bible, and that was really interesting. Starts with an M. I can't think of it. My mind ain't working tonight. Got 4 people in here. I'm trying to think of the name of that. Do you see a lot of the old world stuff in Arizona? Or is it just less significant buildings? I'm sure Phoenix has to have some, huh? Oh, man, what was it? Yeah, yeah, scorched earth. It looks like the mountains got moved out of their place. That one, it's all red. It's all red rock, and the rocks like going sideways into the, yeah, Moab. Thank you, Aaron Hopkins. Moab, Utah. Well, it's not that great out here, Aaron. The plains of Moab, I think the Bible talks about. And it talks about it being kind of a deserty place, I think, huh? I don't know. I just seen it today, and it's like, wow. I'm still, I guess I'm still leaning towards Israel being in the north, you know, biblical Israel. I don't think New Jerusalem is there. I guess it's maybe seated somewhere up above it, associated with those northern lights, maybe. But like it's nothing we can really look at. Can't go there. Only Santa Claus gets to go there and his reindeer and his elves. I like that one Jason Jack did on the north talking about Christmas. Saint Nick. Is that like? Is that? I think there was a Nicholas in the New Testament that Paul is referring to. But then you got the Nicolaitans. Yep. Yeah, that seems the most likely to me right now. That's where Polaris is. Yep. Yep. Jason Jack is awesome. Well, I don't know if it's gonna do. I think it kind of quit popping behind me. Yeah, I found him as soon as I come into little season thinking. It was Paul from Understanding Conspiracy that talked about it a few times. I had been thinking about it probably a month or so before that, but not really giving it too much thought. But I started looking people up, and I found Jason Jack. I probably before I ever done a video. I don't. I really don't know. I don't know where any of these places are. What would be left of it, you know? I mean, I guess you do have those ruins over there in Italy, and maybe that's why they would have placed it there, or said Rome was. But I don't know. I haven't even looked into that on any kind of big scale. Just looking at the ruins over there. Yeah. Now I was. Let's see. What was it? I think Rome. I think Rome went into Egypt. Gosh, when was that? I looked that up. I mean, who knows if the history is even true that they give us, on some of that, but it was kind of late. They had already been in Israel for a while when the historical narrative says that they go into Egypt. Seems like if they were going to be in Israel, where they say Israel is, why not just ease on over there to Egypt and take it real quick? But I think there's a bit of a time gap there. Yeah, and I haven't just spent a bunch of time looking at other places and in other parts of the world, but what if it was on the West Coast? What if, I don't know, twisted history? Y'all's will soaring. That's what I believe. They done lied about that. And what's funny is, years before I ever come into this understanding. I mean, I'm pretty new. I'm only about seven months or so, you know, figuring out that we're in the little season, which is almost shameful in a way. I spent so much time in the Bible. It's like it's so easy to see now, but yeah, I mean, they wandered around in the wilderness for 40 years, and it's just, I remember looking at it, it's like, that was it? Just that little bitty desert right there for 40 years. And then the Jordan, there's no, you know, man, if you, and I've run across many other scriptures, you know, when Lot and Abraham go to Jerusalem, or when they go to the place that God had promised him, when I think they're, when is that? But anyway, they describe it, you know, they describe it as the, how does he say it? Something like Egypt. Oh man, it's been a minute since I put my eyes on it. But he describes it like the plains of Zoar, which is kind of associated with Egypt a little bit. And it's just lush and beautiful and mountainous. I mean, so yeah, they got that wrong. Yeah, I think we'll know one day. Probably pretty shortly, feels like. Well, I hate this is kind of a bummer. I was hoping to see some more stuff, you guys. But it's been fun sitting out here talking. Now I got a few more people in. I just need some more lightning. It's a nothing show now. You think we got 22 more years? We might. They might need a little more time to pull off their agenda here. Very well could be the case. That's scary to think about. There's a car. I can't even get the cows to move out here anymore. Yep. It won't be as bad as in Jesus' time, but it's going to be rough. Yeah. They just won't say nothing. I think when I pulled up here, they sure enough thought I'd come over here to feed them, I think. They done give up on me. They ain't got nothing. That ain't even the right truck. That's a work truck, not a feed truck. Laura K, good to see you. Yo, what a joke, huh? Crazy liberals. I don't, it don't make any sense why anybody would be voting for anybody at this point, but Laura K, we were looking at some lightning, but I think it's run its course. Sadly. Yep, about to go do some cow tipping now. No lightning. We could look at the neighbor's lights. All right, you guys. Well, I guess I'll end it right there. It's over. Well, it was great talking, you guys. Much love to y'all. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all again sometime. All right. My brother came to the biblical earth but still loves Trump. Yep. Yep, people are all over the place, huh? Wild times. People waking up and still buying a bunch of the lies. But all right, guys. We'll see y'all. We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Night.